Going on YouTube, my name is Wavy HD, and first of all, I'd like to thank everybody who watched my last video and liked it. It really helped me out a lot. The channel grew a little bit, and I'm very appreciative of you guys who subscribed. This video should have been out like a couple days ago, but I just been feeling pretty sick. As you can hear, my voice is probably sound very stupid right now, but I just want to put this video out for you guys, so let's get into it. Alright, the first thing, I found that, well, you guys should know that the game is just very slow overall because it came from PC. So you want generally a higher sensitivity. Anything below 50 is just way too slow to me. So I found that 70 is pretty good, and sometimes I even go up to max. And even at max, it's not even as fast as you think compared to games like Call of Duty, which, like, sensitivities on that game, you put that to max and you're flying all over the place. But on this game, it's very controllable. Now the next thing, you want to make sure that your aim assist is turned on, because when I first started playing, I was playing without it, and it really helps a lot if you have it on, because I didn't know that it was turned off. I didn't even know that they had it at first, and then I checked the settings and I saw that they had that, and it really helped me out a lot. And now the last thing is your crosshair. You want to find the one that works best for you. So I use the little circle one because it just seems better, because it's not cut off. It's just a complete circle, and you just aim it at them, and I just find it better. And sometimes I switch to the little green one to the left, but the main one I use is the circle one. So yeah, you just pick the one that's best for you, and then we'll move on to the next part. Alright, now when you're in the lobby, like where you ready up and about to join the game or something, you want to go to vendor, and this is where you select what you're earning vendor points for, either weapons, outfit, or equipment. Now what I do is I focus on my guns first, and I wait until I get pretty much decent guns for each class, and then I'll work on my equipment to get like good sights for those guns, and then I'll do the outfit stuff later, because that's the way that I want to do it, and you do the way that's best for you. But I recommend getting the guns first, and then equipment, and then outfit. Alright, so now you're ready to play, and there's 3 main things that you can do to kind of increase your chances of winning that gunfight and kind of just staying alive and in the game a little bit longer. And the first thing is drop shotting. Now, some people may not like drop shotting, but as I stated earlier, this game is very stiff, and the little things that you do to move around a lot more just gives you that little advantage to help you win that gunfight. Now, the next thing is sliding. Sliding helps in 2 ways, because the average player usually aims up, like upper, near your upper body, and when you're sliding, you're on the ground rushing towards them. And it really helps with players with shotguns. That's the most people you'll see sliding. It also helps with like getting out of cover or somebody shooting at you. And if you're a medic, you can slide to safety and heal yourself. And the last thing is hip fire, because people fail to realize that the game did come from PC, and any PC first-person shooter player will tell you that hip firing is a big thing there. I don't know why, but that's pretty much what they do. Besides other games besides Call of Duty, on Call of Duty there's not as much hip firing as it is on like games like Combat Arms or Alliance of Valiant Arms or Crossfire or other games like that. But hip firing is pretty much a big thing with PC games, and since this game did come from a PC game. Alright, so now that we got that out the way, here's 3 guns that I recommend that you should get, because they're pretty cheap, and I'm gonna do one for each class except for the sniper class, because all the snipers, until you unlock a bolt action one, are pretty much the same. The default one is okay until you get a bolt action. The bolt action snipers are great. But yeah, here's 3 guns that I recommend that you should get. Alright, next we got the kite pump, and you can clearly tell by the stats that it's just way better than the default. So but if you don't want to get the kite pump and spend 4,800, you can get the PHS-12, which is pretty good. It's the Spaz, their version of the Spaz, I guess. I don't know why the guns aren't real names, but you can clearly tell that's the spaz. But yeah, you could get that, but I recommend you get the kite pump. And now for the engineer class, the gun that I really like the most, besides the GU3, is the R4 CQB. It's a great gun overall. I'm working on a gun review for that right now. That should be out pretty soon. I really like this gun. It's really good, like, for its price. It can keep up with the high level players when you're playing in 1 through 70. It can keep up with them pretty good. So yeah, this is a great gun to get. I really recommend you get this gun. And the last thing before I wrap this thing up, something exclusive to the engineer class. You want to make sure you use that claymore, because it most definitely will get you a kill 99% of the time, because it's very hard to see and the blast radius on that thing is ridiculous. So most of the time you'll pretty much get a kill with it if you put it down. And remember that when you put it down, until it blows up, it'll stay there even if you die. Even though you get one back every time you die, when you set another one, the first place you set it, it's still there until you set that other one. And when you set that other one, the one that you set before disappears. Just to let you know that. But if this video helped you out in any way, please hit that like button. And until the next video, my name is WavyHD and I'm out. You want to make sure that you play your role, because you don't want to be that guy that just goes around just shooting people and not helping the team out, because no one wants to play with that player. That's not a good person to be and play with. And this also goes for multiplayer as well. Now, I'm not saying you got to help every person, but if you're like really close to them and there's no enemies around, you should try and help them out, because this too will help you get a higher score, which in turn will help you get more XP.